Alright, today we're going to look at one of my favorite and one of the most perplexing and one of the most iconic yet still underground horror movie icons, Candyman. Now today we're actually going to look at some legends that inspired Candyman's villain, or Tony Todd. Well, Tony Todd, I should say, a villain. So with that being said, let's look at the real urban legends, starting with Bloody Mary. Now the most iconic way to summon a spirit besides the Ouija board is by calling their name multiple times, sometimes 3, sometimes 5. So, the first real urban legend to inspire Candyman is the legend of Bloody Mary, which in itself has been used directly by multiple horror films and TV shows. As with most urban legends or tales of folklore, it is unclear whether Bloody Mary's story was first told or when it was first told, or who is the original Bloody Mary. Is it the Queen of Baptist? Is it the Mary from down the street? Who knows? There's also been many variations on Bloody Mary herself, including one where the ghost is actually benevolent or pretty okay-ish. But in most versions though, Bloody Mary is called when someone dare speak her name multiple times, preferably 3, into a mirror in a darkened room, which clearly inspired the method of calling Candyman by saying his name 5 times in the mirror. So I said his name twice. Now the third time is the second urban legend to inspire Candyman is the Hook Man, sometimes called the Hook. This story has been adapted directly into multiple pop culture myths and legends and concerns a young couple getting intimate inside a parked car, probably on Lover's Lane. I don't know, but they hear a radio report about an escaped mental patient with a hook for a hand. In some versions, the couple leaves to find the hook embedded in their car, signifying that the psycho was nearby and had watched them the whole time. In others, the boyfriend leaves the car for some reason, white people in horror movie logic, followed by the girlfriend hearing a strange sound and exiting the vehicle to find her dead boyfriend's corpse and or the hook-handed killer. Obviously, this story inspires Candyman's weapon of choice, a hook jammed into a bloody stump in his hand, used to kill people with. Now, the last urban legend I would like to speak on is the contaminated food or the poison candy myth, especially with the 2021 version. This legend actually goes back to a lot of post-industrial revolution kind of scares that the food won't be pure and mass production of food by machines would give it like oil and dust and microplastics and stuff. So with that being said, the modern urban legends comes from a couple of disgruntled adults that thought it would be either funny to have a trick or actually disgruntled that the kids were too old to be trick-or-treating, which I don't know about you, but I don't see no legal age limit on trick-or-treating, if you mind me. But it basically starts, the first known one was started in 1959 when a Californian dentist, William Shane, gave candy-coated laxative pills to trick-or-treaters, thinking it would be a funny trick. I don't know if it was kind of sadistic. It seems like a nice trick because it's laxative pills, but the problem here is that he's actually a dentist, and this is actually malpractice and kind of breaking the Hippocratic Oath to give medicine to people that don't want it without their consent. So it would be funny if it was kids doing it on kids, but not so funny when a medical practitioner is doing it. Now in 1964, a disgruntled Long Island, New Yorker woman gave out packages of inedible objects to children she believed was too old for trick-or-treating. I don't know about this, Karen, but the law states that you're not an adult until 18, but steel wool, dog biscuits, and ant buttons, which are ant poison, she gave to them. Wow. And there's even life-filled bubble gum and rat poison in Philadelphia. What is these people doing? But the most infamous one was the Chicago Tylenol murders, which were first reported a month before Halloween in 1982. And with that being said, parents, especially in urban neighborhoods, are very, very, not fond of giving people out, not letting their children take a lot of candy from strangers they don't know. Oftentimes, Halloween is done within the Pacific Gap, or street, I should say. So there's no venturing outside of that street, and then there's the proliferation of serial killers and very evil people, as you see. Sometimes the trick could be a trick, but razor blades are not a trick at all. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this a bit spookier one, a bit more tame one, and a bit more serious one. And with that being said, check your Halloween candy, don't go out at night, and don't go into any spooky places. Come on, come on. And with that being said, there's a lot of socio-economic and black urban legend to, well, there's a lot of underlying others, well, topics and, well, what do you call them now? The things, the underlying themes and synopsises within the Candyman, like police brutality and using urban legends to cover up such police brutality as, well, the horrors of living in the inner city, like Cabrini Green, which was a real place. But we're not touching that. We just touched on the urban legends. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. And I think this will be a YouTube video at this point. One of the longest TikToks ever made. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. And until next time, don't say the name 5 times. And I didn't say it 5 times, so that was close.